everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those who are just tuning in, welcome. My name is Jessica, also known as Yes I Can Do Makeup on Instagram. I created this beautiful tropical theme inspired look. If you wanted to see how I created this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. Hello everyone, so before I start this tutorial, I also wanted to mention that right after I finished filming, my boyfriend admitted to me that he dropped the palette and all the shades came out of the palette and he just put it back inside into the palette. So throughout this tutorial, I am gonna name the actual name of the shadow that I'm using. So yeah, so let me go ahead and start this tutorial. So now what I'm gonna do is gonna start priming my lids, and then the product I'm gonna be using is Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. And I'm using any synthetic brush that you have. What I'm using is like a concealer brush. So I like it because I could just buff that product in. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the shade Wild Soul. And I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite Morphe M506 brush. And I'm going to apply that shade right above my crease. And on the other side as well. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use that shade Euphoric. And I'm going to use the same Morphe M506 brush. Go ahead and place that shade right under that Wild Soul shade. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use this Morphe M441 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and blend those two shades together. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and grab that shade Emerald Dream. And with that same Morphe brush, I'm going to go ahead, the M506 brush, I'm going to go ahead and apply that right on my crease. I'm going to go ahead and use that Morphe M441 brush and blend that shade. The other shades. And I'm going to go ahead and grab that shade Euphoric. This one here. And I'm applying it right on top again of that shade. Just want it to blend. I just want to have a nice transition between the two. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and grab this shade here called Divina. I'm applying that shade right underneath that Emerald Dream shade we placed. Right below the crease. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this Morphe M441 brush and blend that shade as well. I'm blending it going upward. And I'm just applying a little bit more of that shade Emerald Dream right above that shade Divina. Just want these shades to transition very nicely and blended. Okay, and then grab that shade Divina again. Apply in the same area so that I can blend better. Again, using the other Morphe M443 brush and blending it. Those two again out. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. And the product I'm gonna be using today is this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a halo eye today. So I'm gonna just cut the middle of my crease. Start in the very middle and take your time. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use this Morphe M443 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and go back with that shade Divina. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in the outer corner. And also the inner corner. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use this Lancome number 11 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use this shade called Moody. I'm applying that right next to that Divina shade. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use the shade Lomo. And I'm applying that shade right next to the Moody shade. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this shade called Mesmerize. And I'm applying that shade right in that empty space. And left, and I'm just patting it on there. So give me like that pop of color. It's my favorite shade in the palette as well. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and use this Pretty Vulgar gel liner in the shade Blacklist. And I'm using the Sigma Eyeliner EO5 brush. And I'm just gonna do a baby wing. And it's just a little line and not too much. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and apply some lashes, concealer, and foundation. I'll be right back. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bake, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Banana Bread. And I'm using my this Real Techniques sponge underneath my eyes. Applying that underneath my eyes, going down my nose. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use that shade Wild Soul again. And I'm applying that in the very bottom of my lash line. So I'm grabbing that shade Euphoric. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. And I'm applying that right on top of that Wild Soul shade. So using that same brush, just trying to blend those shades together. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab that shade Emerald Dream. Using that same Morphe brush, I'm applying that shade also where my lashes are. Lashes. Now I'm going to go ahead and water my waterline, and I'm going to go ahead and use this Sugar Cosmetics eyeliner brush in the shade Back to Black. And I'm watering my waterline. I'm going to go ahead and use this shade Divina here, and I'm using this Morphe M408 brush. And I'm placing that shade on top of the liner. Smudging those two shades together. Like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and brush off all the extra powder off. Underneath the eyes, and I'm gonna put it forehead and the bridge of my nose. Just apply the last shade off. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara, and the mascara I'm gonna be using is this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm applying it just on the bottom lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this KKW Beauty Contour and Highlighting Kit in the shade Medium, and I'm using that light shade here. Just applying on the sides of my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and contour, and I'm using again that same light shade from the KKW Beauty Contour and Highlighting Kit. I'm applying this on the hollows on my cheeks. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and dip in that contour, and I'm gonna use a darker shade. Just place it just in the very hollow of my cheek. Not all the way in, but just in the middle, going upward. Since I'm using the Sarahii collection with colourpop, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this iluvsarahii and Dose of Colors highlighter, using the shade Soulmate. Let's go ahead and use any fan brush you may have. I'm applying some on my tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose, like so. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips, and I'm gonna use this Lancome lipstick lip liner in the shade Amandale. To give myself a new one. And I'm going to go ahead and use this iluvsarahii colourpop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Sueño de Coco. Just applying that. And in the center, my lips. I'm going to go ahead and apply some gloss, and I'm using this Hi-Fi Shine Urban Decay gloss in the shade Midnight Cowgirl. I'm going to go ahead and set everything with this Urban Decay Chill Spray. So this is the final look. I hope you really enjoyed watching this tutorial, and if you wanted to see more videos, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and I would really appreciate if you can give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching.